fender from a Street Twin and a Street Scrambler and a Street Cup. They're all the same. Needed for the job is a T30 torque wrench and a couple of flat bladed screwdrivers. That's all that's needed. First, we're going to remove the tail light harness from the clip. To do that, we press down on this tab and we can slide this clear of the mounting tab. To remove, separate the plug, we'll unlatch it from this latch here, and without pulling on the wires, preferably, that will separate. And here is the latch that we need to open. Once those two are separated, we have 4 screws. Using a T30, we can undo these 4 screws, leaving 2 almost undone to support the fender. And with those 4 bolts removed, the fender is clear. The next step will be to install the fender eliminator, and with the fender assembly removed, the next step is to remove the rearward bolt on the seat latch, which is a T30 again, and we will remove that and replace it with the screws applied with the kit. 4mm Allen wrench, and we will a 10mm wrench will be required to install the mud pan, which will be the next step. Here's a mud pan. We will use the same holes that mounted the fender to mount the mud pan. Should be a straight fit. And with a washer and a 10mm wrench, we will tighten the 6mm nuts. The next step is the fender eliminator bracket, which I've pre-assembled. You might have it with signals or without signals, a different tail light. Here is the bracket. We're going to mount that. We have the longer bolt put in the seat latch. First of all, we're going to thread that through the bracket. Take a nut and a washer and secure the bracket just snug that nut up. Doesn't have to be too tight at the moment. There. Then we can align the holes for these 2 holes here. The original bolts or screws will go back. Okay, with the 2 bolts back in, we're going to use a 10mm wrench and the T30 torques. We just tighten these 2 screws to snug the bracket up to the original holes in the frame. Put the fender eliminator bracket on and secured. Next step, to feed the wires for the tail light and the turn signals through the rubber grommet and up above the seat pan. Once that is done, you don't want to overstrain the wires, leave a little bit of slack. Then we have our wires here, 2 turn signals and the 3 tail light wires. Right, now we're going to connect the tail light. First of all, 3 longer wires on a harness are for the tail light. This is a Lucas tail light. With the Lucas tail light, black wire is for the running light. The red wire is for the brake light. So the black wire is going to connect to the brown wire here on the harness, which is the running light. And we'll push that on, or make sure it's on all the way. That is the running light collected. Next step is the brake light, which will connect to the orange wire. Flip that on all the way, make sure it's snug. Now we have the brake light connected. Last but not least, the ground. Ground wire on the Lucas light is black and white, which connects to the black wire on the harness. Now the tail light is connected. Connected. The next step will be to do the signals. We have the right hand and the left hand signal. The right hand signal, positive, will connect to the blue wire. The positive wire on the turn signals is black, so the black turn signal wire for the right will connect to the blue wire. Once that's plugged in, that's good. We go to the left side. The black wire is the positive wire, and that connects to the red wire for the left hand side turn signal. There we go. Now all that's left is the 2 black and white wires, which are the grounds for the turn signals. They will connect to the double connector on the harness, one each side. Push those fully home. Push the silicone insulator over to protect, and we have made our connections. Next step is to install the plug back into this housing. We have a barb this side and the latch this side. Install, and everything is connected. Next step is test our connections. Okay, our connections have been made. Next step, we're going to reconnect the battery. It's always advisable to disconnect the battery, especially if you don't know what you're doing and it's the first time.